Okay. Now, there isn't really much I can do on left around here. I could go do another flying mission with him, but I don't really feel like it just yet. I might do that in a little bit. I could go and switch out Shang's gift with turtle eggs, but I really don't want to hit Shang. Shang's incompetent, but he's not evil or bad, and he actually did mean to solve the situation, even if it was for his own personal reasons.
Sometime I'm doing everything I can to prove you're innocent.
So I prefer not to get into the assassins at the expense of Shang.
Good day, miss. Are you the new investigator I sent for? No, I can tell from your attire that you're not from the ministry. Oh, this is terrible. Everyone I send for disappears. There are powers at work here that are beyond my means to control. I am Prefect Jitong. It is my duty to ensure that convicted criminals in the city are sentenced appropriately. But there are complications with my current trial.
Complications.
I have in my custody a suspected slave trader, Chandler Ling. But one of the high-ranking ministers is trying to get him released, and he wants me to convict another man. The man they want to accuse, Scholar Song Tao, is a friend of mine, and I'm certain of his innocence. I need you to find proof so I can present it to the Minister of Justice. Really? You will help me? Thank you. Thank you so very much.
I am a hero.
I need to find proof that Ling is the
I prove people are innocent, and I rob people blind.
If I can't prove Ling's guilt, I'll be forced to sentence Song Tao to death. But every time I ask someone to discover the truth, they disappear or turn up dead. Our best lead is Zibao, the last person known to have spoken with Ling before his arrest. But Bao knows me and my men. He won't talk to us. I've known Scholar Song Tao for several years. His uncle and my father were good friends. I only wish I knew why the governor wants him accused of this crime.
Maybe because the governor is
If you
part
want
of
to know
it.
more about Song Tao, you should speak with him yourself. I have no idea. The two men were seen together before we arrested Ling, but I have no other information about Zibao. He spends most of his time in the heart of the Empire Tavern, and he doesn't seem to have dealings with anyone else besides Chandler Ling. I know if I went to speak with him, I would get nowhere. But you could speak to him without raising suspicion.
Let's ask about
Chandler Ling is a well-respected businessman and merchant here in the city. Until recently, I had no reason to suspect him of any wrongdoing. When I investigated Ling's shop, I found a valuable knife that I had purposely entrusted to one of my men, a man who has since disappeared.
So
Chandler Ling had a knife belonging to a man whose body couldn't be found. That was all the evidence I required.
Okay, let's ask about
I wish there was something concrete I could tell you. You're like a whisper on the wind or a shifting shadow. You think you see something, and then there's nothing. Whoever is behind the slavers must have a great deal of power. To remain that invisible is a hard thing to do.
Okay.
Good. Look for him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. It's upstairs at the Imperial Arena. Don't scare him away. If we lose him, we lose our last connection to Ling.
Do we have time to deal with this? I didn't agree to join you so we could solve everyone else's problems.
Oh, thank you, Soap Fox, for your caring concern for your people.
I don't know why you're wasting your time. I'm obviously innocent, and yet you still want to risk yourself needing. I'm no fool. Those men haven't returned, and I can assure you it isn't because they've decided to take a holiday. Chasing after criminals is dangerous work. Obviously, there are risks involved. Why would you risk yourself when even the local minister seems content with the scholar's arrest?
Right. because those people disappearing when they're investigating you means nothing.
What's to tell? I'm a merchant and quite a good one. My clients are usually very happy with my goods. You likely haven't heard of me simply because I have a very elite clientele. The average person on the street cannot afford the items I sell.
Yeah, slaves.
Other than my occupation, I suspect we are very much the same, you and I. Though I happen to be a little more restricted than you at the moment. Doing? I wasn't doing anything more than I usually do in a day's work. I was selling my wares
I
to a
like
few
how
of
the
my
people
preferred
in this
clients. Prefect Jitong was
game
one of them.
occasionally get lazy eye. Ugh.
The next thing I know,
Ugh.
guards confiscate my goods and tell me I'm suspected of slave trading. It was likely the most ludicrous thing I've ever been told. Of course, the prefect claims that some of my items belong to his missing men, but that doesn't mean I took the items from their lifeless body. In a given day, I meet with several buyers and probably twice as many sellers. There are always more sellers than buyers. My job is to determine whether something is worth buying, not whether the seller is worth buying from. If I see a bargain, I don't care who the seller is.
Yeah, that's a wonderful philosophy to live by.
Suffice to say, those items could be from any number of sellers. I don't recall who sold them to me, but that certainly doesn't make me guilty of slave trading. I can honestly say I had never met or heard of the man.
There's that
until he was
lazy eye
arrested.
again.
He's
Ugh.
obviously not wealthy enough to be one of my
Oh.
clients. Apparently, he spends a good deal of time with the poorer folk in the city. No doubt that's why he is under suspicion. Doesn't strike you as a bit odd? A scholar with all the benefits that position entails, choosing to spend time with the poor people. It does seem a little suspicious.
Let's try slave
No more
traders.
than you've heard for yourself, I'm sure. They are a myth, a rumor, really. Nobody has ever seen them, and nobody has any proof they exist. And yet, there is still a belief that they exist. Madmen terrorizing the poor and abducting the helpless. It all seems very superstitious.
Until you see it up close.
Abducting a person isn't like picking someone's pocket, you know. There would be evidence, signs of a struggle. But people will believe what they want to.
Yes, and I believe there.
Of course. Do what you need to. If you discover anything, it will only prove my innocence further. Good luck.
Right.
So you think you can free me? Prefect Jitong has sent many good men to their deaths trying to free me. I hope you won't get into similar trouble. Well, that's what Jitong fears. I have no reason to doubt him. Besides, why else would the men not return and their belongings suddenly appear on the market?
Pure coincidence. It's not proof. It's purely circumstantial. Anyone will tell you that.
At any rate, it seems likely that's what has happened to the men. I feel terrible for them, but I have my own problems to deal with, as you can see.
Yeah, it's not like you can do much about it.
I am a scholar, though still a junior scholar by most regards. I assist the philosophers and scholars with their work. It's a good life, though I can't help feeling guilty sometimes. The scholars and philosophers have many privileges, while so many live with so little. I spend my spare time in the poor quarters, helping where I can. If I have any extra money, I use it to help the people there. It's not much, but I like to think it helps. I don't know. I was just down in the poor quarters, helping a family with some repairs on their hut. I was leaving their house when the guards came for me. They told me I was suspected of abducting people from the poor quarters. I told them it was ridiculous, that I only wanted to help the poor, but they didn't listen. I admit I spend time in the poor quarters, but I don't try to hide it. I'm there several times a week, in fact, usually in plain sight of everyone. Well, nothing really. I'd never heard of him before this. I heard what Jitong said about him, but that's about it. He seems decent enough, I suppose. Nothing. I've heard rumors in the past few months. The residents in the poor areas were getting worried, though I never knew anyone who disappeared. One of the girls I helped out in the poor area said her uncle had disappeared, but I never met him. She was devastated, of course, and she blamed the slavers. But it was all just speculation. No one had ever seen anyone being abducted. There wasn't even evidence of struggles or violence. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay.
I understand. If there's anything that might help you find the slave traders, I will gladly tell you. Please, don't give up until you've found them.
I don't think they actually tell you anything of use. And going to talk to him won't get you anything right now, even though there's a yellow arrow over his head. Okay, so now pretty much the only thing I can do is in the arena. And let me make sure I am not rocking the frail scholar. Good. You know what? I'm going to check something.
Ah, excellent. I have many items just waiting for you.
Ooh. Ah. Okay, how much does the Unity Gem cost? Quite a lot. I'll save it. Oh, boy. Yeah. See if I have anything to sell. Golden Tongue I'm keeping. Imperial Favor I'm keeping. Monk Gem I think I'll keep for now. Ugh. Yeah, it'll give me a lot of mine, but reduce my other stuff pretty bad. Yeah, that I'm keeping. Yeah, I'm not going to use the Mournful Soul, sorry. Irresistible Spirit. I'll keep. Ooh. Good Fortune. I'll keep that for now. Keep that. I'll keep that for now. I'll sell that. I'll sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Okay. That's interesting. And here's the other assassin.
There are rumors flitting about the city that you seek the attentions of the executioners. These rumors come from the palace itself, leaving me intrigued. You are a novice with no standing in the arena. What makes you think you are of any interest to me? I have no instruction to give. If you want to catch my eye, you need to show me that your skills are far beyond the norm. If you were to knock Iron Soldier from his perch as Silver Division champion, I would be impressed. I will be here if you wish to petition me further, but I don't acknowledge anything less than the best. Return when you are worthy, and no sooner.
I think you'll find, sir, that I am probably a lustful Lao.
No woman can resist the alluring gaze of lustful Lao. I can say good morning in 7 dialects. Which would you prefer I use tomorrow? I see your true question dancing in your marvelous eyes. Yes, I can lift a 2-person rickshaw without my hands. Would you like a demonstration? The only way to find out would be to spend an eternity of evenings with me, wouldn't it? I'll answer your questions first, and then you can help me with my exhaustive study of anatomy. Worst subject ever. Instead, let me ask you this. What are the 14 essential differences between a bowl of steaming sweetened rice and a night of fiery passion?
Okay.
Don't know? Perfect. Lustful Lao humbly invites you back to a private room to share some rice at your convenience. Close, but I am far more accustomed to dining in groups. We should start slowly so your constitution is not sorely tested, I think. Alas, we were just getting to know each other and we haven't even reached the best part. If we're lucky, it will make an appearance next time we speak.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be speaking again. Hey, there's the guy.
What do you want? Do I know you? Really? I doubt you know anyone who would... I'm a little busy right now. I've got a bowl of wine that needs drinking, so why don't you... Who? I don't know anybody by that name. and I don't know. Leave me alone. I have nothing to say to you. Yes, that is. I might be able to take you there. You'll have to pay me now, and I'm not promising you won't get killed once we get there.
I don't know if you get that money back.
It's your life, friend. No refunds either. Follow me.
It doesn't really matter. It's 1,000, and it doesn't really.
Zibao, what is the meaning of this? Summoning me to this place was bad enough. You know I can't stand the stench of these beasts. I've already dealt with the last shipment of slaves, and with that damned prefect poking into our affairs, we have to be extra cautious. Now, there's an unknown quantity in this little meeting. Just who are you?
I think I'll do that.
Ha! Where have I heard that before? Oh yes, some fool working for Prefect Jitong made just such a claim moments before I gutted him with his own dagger. Get her, boys, but don't kill her. We'll get quite a bit of silver for this one.
Right.
Dire flame!
This has gone far enough. You're far better than the last dog who dared cross us. Maybe I was hasty in my decision to attack you. I have an eye for raw talent. That helps
Oh,
with
it's
picking
lazy
face.
eye again.
Comes in handy in sizing up potential allies.
Ah. Ugh.
Who are you, and why are you here? You're clearly too skilled to be one of the fools hired by Prefect Shitong. So what business or grudge do you have with us? You are with Jitong. Unless he was dipped in silver recently, there's no way he could afford it. You're better than that. You've just shown me your strength. Any poor wretch who had the discipline to fight like you wouldn't let them. Someone like you deserves to work with me, not oppose me. If only I had a silver coin for every...
Dire flame! Stop!
Let's see you get any. Did you get any shot off? Apparently not. That was so dangerous. I am so scared. I was so scared. I was so close to death. Oh wait, I never even healed. Ooh, scroll. I never healed myself once. Ah. Sigh, sigh, sigh. Ooh, bamboo cast. Yay. I am not talking to you, lustful owl. There's a focus shrine. I think there's a focus shrine upstairs. I don't think I need it. Ugh. Yeah, I thought so.
There you are. The governor sent Ho Chong, one of his lapdogs, to oversee the trial. I hope you learned something, or I'll have to proceed with Song Tao's sentencing. He took you there? That's incredible. That's remarkable. Well, what did you find? Have you discovered evidence that exonerates Scholar Songta?
Ha! That doesn't prove a thing. Pieces of paper can be bought and sold just like anything. Just like anyone.
I'm afraid you're quite mistaken, Chandlerling. This proves a great many things, including your guilt. I never suspected the slavers were so well.
Well, you were just saying that they had to be very powerful.
Let me see that. Well, this certainly looks interesting. I suppose Scholar Song Tao can go free then. And you, Chandler Lake, will come with me for sentencing. It will be quick and harsh, I suspect. This sort of thing will not be tolerated in the Empire.
It's all a lie. You don't know what you're doing. You're all making a very big mistake.
Well, no, you're the weak link. They need to kill you
Thank you
so
for
that
risking yourself to help
that doesn't
me.
go any
If there's
higher.
anything I can do to repay you, please. You are too kind. I have no real way to repay you. However, I do have some items you might be interested in.
Ooh?
They're not here, of course. Come and find me in the Scholars' Garden, and I will be glad to show you what I have. I'll see you there. Goodbye, and thank you again.
Well, at least that's out of the way. Now we need to find evidence of our own. Unless you've forgotten completely about Death's Hand and my father.
Aura of Calm Gem. Aura of Calm Gem. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Up we go. Okay. There's Gentle Breezes. I could talk to her about Judge Fang out there. But first, let's get into the arena.
One more mistake, Queen, and I'll have you retired. Finding someone else is your problem. But enough. Find a solution and leave me alone.
This is not an appropriate time to... Wait a moment.
Yes,
you have
malapropisms.
fire about you. Those hands, that stance, even your eyes. I'd know that look anywhere. You must be here to join the most glorious contest in the Empire. Isn't it fortunate that Lucky Cho and I were just discussing how this place needs an infusion of new blood?
This place houses the finest competition in the Empire. If you wish to hone your skills, you will find few challenges more worthy.
Come with me a moment and we'll engagitate in some dissertation about the best decision you'll ever make.
Okay, can you actually use words in their proper meaning? That would be nice.
This is turning out to be an excellent day, most ostentatious indeed. I apologize if I'm using words beyond your grasp. Very few people can match either the supply or the command of my language.
I'll just mark you as an idiot. Okay.
Don't get frustrated. Everything I say is perfectly cromulent, and it might do you well to embiggen your vocabulary before you fling accretions my description.
Embiggen. My
A simple
discretion.
glance tells me you are a remarkable woman with the perfect mix of strength and grace to grab a crowd's imagination.
Oh my goodness, it was a correct sentence. Every word in that sentence was correct. Good.
The question is, can you fight? Are you worthy of the arena? I say the answer is a clarion and resounding yes.
Oh, and you were doing so well. You
I
had
may
3
not have heard
sentences,
your
2
name
of them were pretty
before, but
short.
You walk like one who has seen many battles. You are indeed mysterious, stranger. What say we get you signed up for the greatest attraction in all the Empire? The arena awaits.
Okay.
That's the spirit of the thing. Now, what name precedes you in your travels? Have a bit of a past that you'd rather not catch up with you? You're not the first.
Think of something that would sound engaging ringing down from the rafters. That's how we'll bill you.
Let's try Raging Dragon.
Raging Dragon, huh? Sounds fast and powerful. I like it. Are you positive that's what you want? Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell me when you're ready for a fight, and I'll get you started. Since you're new, you'll start in the One other thing, you should talk to the other fighters now and then. They will be watching you, and you should get to know them as well.
We're all one big happy family.
Yes, you look it.
You're a big, happy idiot, huh?
As you can see, they always have something to say.
Okay.
I must say, I'm disappointed. You're ready to start your career, but you...
Yeah, butchering language, stop.
You're nice, but I think you should talk to Bo, not me.
If you wish to speak to one of us, Bo will be the most amenable.
The brother's son greet our fellow combatant warmly. I am Sung Bo, this is my little brother Boo, and my older brother Sui.
Do not bother me. Introductions merely clutter the mind.
I don't think they was bothering you, Sui. It's Bo being talked to.
Do not worry too much about us, though. There are many fights between you and the Sung brothers. You'll only deal with the lower ranks at this point. Bother us about fighters when you advance to a respectable level.
Okay.
Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
Yep. You're not a very difficult match.
Thawir nis tu kuviruk. Ayer fon. Sair irwu nisir. Oxir watwa for nier froto so sawir. Uktatasir ni ryuki. Ukwironi sair tatasir you. Wo nawir sir for ni win. Tir nik puntuir. Poir nokauk. Sair takitir noni. Uxir watwafu. Froeto soir foirir nsonsi nokauk frotir noni. Uktatasir ni ryuki. Ka sisayir na wur awukategi. Onu yuir indikan sun puiranuk pakuk. Ono yusayir. Wopanaro wasawir tatasi ni wasunir prawun. Wasawir kokonatoi. Wo ifuir uksunurk danowir na waf tatasiyiruk. Kitir noni nikuyo ipiyir ta.
Sounds familiar.
Fuir wasaf no sisitu. Wawir ni sisiyir sisitu ku.
Okay.
Wo yuvir shakespeare waso.
May your battles bring you peace. Interesting. Let's talk to Hapless Han.
Hello there. I'm Han, though fans and, well, everyone else call me Hapless Han. It's not such a bad thing. Fighting in the lower divisions means I never run afoul of the Ravager. Our current champion has nearly killed his last two opponents. See, I look on the bright side of things. Even if my losses make people call me hapless, are numbers really that important? In my mind, it's trying your best that counts. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Things aren't exactly glamorous here in the qualifying round, are they? Now, what can I do for you? You have something on your mind? I'm happy to help. It's always good to know who's competing at the higher levels. You're looking to the future. I know a little about Soldier, if you want to hear my take on him. But we could also talk about Kana, if you're curious about her.
Yeah, she talks about herself just fine.
My father is a smith of great renown, and he always wanted me to follow in his footsteps. But I could. My blades would be brittle, and even simple ironwork would be clunky. Eventually, I had to leave home. My father is no longer my father. More precisely, I'm no longer a son in his eye. I wasn't sure what to do after being cast from my home.
What did you do to
coming
get
east
cast
to the
out of
city
home?
made sense.
What did you make so horribly that
I was never properly trained. I've learned what I have from watching the fights here, practicing hard and staying focused. That's my story. One day I'll make it here, and my father will have to be proud of me. This is my chance to be someone great, and I'm sticking to it. He's one of the most experienced fighters here, but he's hardly a mentor. He's boastful, insulting, and a general pain. The fans love to hate him, though. He is an exceptional fighter. Years of military training will do that to you. He's currently the champion of Silver Division, which tells you something about his skills. That's all I can think of regarding Soldier. He keeps to himself most of the time.
You two sound like a pair of old crones talking about their neighbors. Everything you need to know about me is right over here.
I really respect Kana. She's undefeated, did you know? Made it all the way to Bronze Division champion without a loss. I know she's from the prosperous East, but for an Easterner, she's very reserved. Easily the most disciplined of us all. She's going to teach her style to the first person who can best her in the arena. People have been really excited about that because her sword is so deadly.
Okay.
Right you are.
Let's talk to Soldier. I think he's just going to...
You look a shade better than the usual cowardly dogs we get through here. Just a shade, though. So you've earned the right to talk to me. Lucky you. Iron Soldier's the name, though everyone just calls me Soldier. You may as well do the same. If I waste time talking to you, it's because I can respect that you're prepared to lose terribly in the arena. Given half the chance, yes. If you can't handle it, you don't need to talk to me. There are some people who call the way I operate walking the low path.
Okay, that's about all I need.
Go bother someone else.
Wuwuwir wakwakir. Kwanak apiyir. Kwanaruk tatisir si. Utarawir. Kukitir salir naurkurk. Utarawir. Kukitir salir naurkurk. Wupan. Kop awuka inir. Wu afawafi ithat. Takawa ir wu ofir wuwi. Utarawir. Kukitir salir naurkurk. Wupan. Wuyoir. Naurir kunurk nuka uk. Kin piyir uk. Kop awuk.
Okay. Oh.
Fascinating. How very interesting to me. Fate may have robbed me of my sight at a young age, but I can still sense the energy within your meridians.
At least you don't have that
And yet somewhat
hideous
strange.
lazy eye that some of these other people have.
I don't know what it is about you exactly, but I would say you have been trained like no other warrior in this place. What I do know is that several of the techniques pioneered by what we call the new schools would have astonishing effects on one with your energy. Allow me a formal introduction. I am Dr. An, acupuncturist. You are one of the arena's contestants, are you not? I hear talk that you are one of the most promising new contenders.
Except for I haven't fought yet, so
But I
how
should
would
not
people know
prattle on
that?
at you. What do you...
Oh, but Soak Fox has been spreading rumors.
Of course, have a look.
Okay. Purchase. Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna have to wait to get the other two. Here we go.
I want to hear. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the be-seen drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I should take a moment and explain the system we use here.
Okay.
I like to keep things simple and organized. Any other way, and things get more convoluted than the celestial court on the Emperor's birthday. When you're
Convoluted.
ready for your match, ask me about it, and I'll give you a quick summary of your opponent. I'll be setting up your matches, of course. Various enchantments woven in this place keep the fights from being deadly, but they're no less real. You'll feel the pain if you don't keep your defense up. Are you ready? Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get...
Okay. So,
A new warrior does battle with the beast.
Legendary strike.
I'm taking too long to beat him. Need a...
That was an impressive beginning. Normally I'd have started you off against something easier, but you practically ooze potential. You've caught the eyes of the other fighters as well. Go ask them if you don't believe.
That really was a fantastic battle.
Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we? Be sure to return when you're ready to continue your climb through the qualifying round.
Oh, let's go ahead and talk to see if there's anything new.
A new warrior flush with first victory. How very quaint. You'll only deal with the
We don't know nothing about the army.
Please excuse Brother Boo. He occasionally feels the need to speak on things to which he has not given his full attention.
We should not discuss the city, brother, while we are within its bounds.
Do the stars show the dragons in ascension again? Then we should not speak of the city for now. The very topic is risky. Please accept our apologies. I'm certain one of the others would be happy to tell you about the city.
Interesting.
Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
Let's see what he says about the ogre.
I watched your last match. You're just getting started, but you're on the right track. I bet you'll be facing me someday soon.
Yes. You're almost as bad as Li Shun.
You need to have a positive attitude here, and in all things. Heaven provides joy for all people if only they would take it. Of course, it's forgotten. You must be having one of those days. Happens to the best of us.
Okay,
Right you
bye-bye.
are.
Oh, did I get any money for that? Not enough.
Looks like you're still walking after that last match. Too bad. I should probably say something encouraging since this was your first win ever. But frankly, I don't care. Good.
Okay, cool.
Tier Nick Puntuye, Power Nokauk, Sayer Takitir. Ukwironi Sayer Tatasiyeru, one Nawir Seer Funing Winyanakan. Wasa Wire Nokauk Raproni Apawafa Sonsier Tuiro.
Okay, here we go.
Woyugia Shakespeare.
You have a weird philosophy.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What?
Tell me about my next fight.
Since you held your own against the Oak, I've got 4 boys from some school west of the city who've been bothering me for some tougher
Some
matches.
school?
I'm giving you all of them at once. It'll wow the crowd and teach them a lesson at the same time. Remember to watch your sides and back. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Okay. Some school? You mean the Black Wet Leopard School?
4 students test their skills against 1 master.
Oh, did one of them actually hit me?
Those boys won't be back anytime soon. Losing as a group to one opponent would shame a peasant, let alone a student of the martial art. The crowd's starting to catch on. I'm going to have a roughly hewn statue hauled into the ring. Are you ready?
Okay.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Unyielding stone meets the press of time.
Ah. It sometimes knocks you back so that you're out of reach of it. It's hard to tell when that's happened, except for when you're pushing attack and you're not hitting
Excellent work.
anything.
You have bested time itself in destroying that statue.
Nope.
No mean feat.
Really, I didn't.
I think you're ready to face hapless, huh? Are you? Yeah.
Let's see, talking people.
We're only sire tatasi you. Well, now we're seer furning.
Okay.
Well, you're shakes.
Looks like you're still surprising. Most of the time, you qualifiers hurt yourselves more than your opponents.
Lovely. Okay.
Good.
I watched your last match. From what I hear, you and I will meet next. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, I can tell that.
I'll see you soon enough.
Look who's a fighter poised on the cusp of entering the Bronze Division. Only hapless Han stands in the way. Oh yes, we
Okay, here we go.
What? I think you're...
Yes, let's begin. Okay, let's try to beat Hapless Han in less than 30 seconds.
The qualifying division as Raging Dragon faces Hapless Han.
Okay, that's probably quick enough.
You dealt with Han very well. I knew you would. All of our professional fighters move past him eventually.
Kui, that will be enough. I bring you a message from my employer, Kailan the Serpent. He is impressed with how far you have come in such a short while. The Serpent wants you to know that he is watching your progress very closely. He is most interested to see how you fare in the Bronze Division. Kui, you may breathe again. That is all I had to say.
Oh, you're going to die soon.
That was good, I think. Lucky Cho is a thug, pure and simple, but he's very good at what he does. He's also a member of the guild and reports directly to Kailan. Kailan oversees things here in the arena, and the guild ensures that the authorities leave us in peace. The guild is the organization that controls all the betting in this place. That gives them considerable sway. It is good that they are happy with your progress. Between us, the guild is also involved in more illicit activities. They are very sensitive about remaining an open secret. Many know about them, but few acknowledge that fact.
The Mafio.
Right now is a particularly dangerous time. As one of the
I don't know the
leaders of
name
guild
for the
has
term,
recently
for the
been
code
inhumed.
of silence thing.
Kailan sees this as an opportunity.
Inhumed. That's an
Do
interesting
not discuss
non-word.
them openly. The guild has many ears. You may ask some of the others in the arena about them if you wish, but I would not bring it up to just anyone.
Okay.
A wise decision. Very wise. For the sake of your career, I suggest that you limit any questions you have to your fellow fighters.
Well done. That fight was much better than this wine. With all the pure water pouring from the palace, you'd think they might have learned how to make wine that didn't taste like goat piss.
Black Whirlwind, that is you. Are you back to...
No, just here visiting, and making sure nothing happens to your newest fighter.
So you won't be...
No, leave it alone, Kui. You
Good
know better than to
grief,
bring this
he's
up.
huge.
Just mind your business, promoter, and I'll mind mine.
You travel in curious company. Regardless, when you're ready, come talk to me again and we'll discuss your next match. I know him, yes, but I know better than to contravigate his wishes. If you want to talk about it, ask him. I'm staying out of it. What?
Okay.
Do not be gone too long. Kana.
Uktatasi ni Ryoki. Ka sisaye na we're out. Oxier watuafu niye froto usosawier. Uktatasi. Kwawir uyu itair no ka sisaye na workwood. Won. Wo ifuir uksunurk danowe na waftatasi yeruk. Kitir noni nikuyut. Wo panaro wo sawir tatasi ni wasuni prawun. Wo sawir Wono weri fugerok wasaf no sisitu. Wawir ni sisi yes sisi tu kun wano sisi tu nik on wikifi. Woyugir.
Okay.
Looks like you're still walking after that lap. You ground the hapless one beneath your feet like everyone else does, huh? Han's pathetic for wasting time on the hopefuls, if you ask me. Then again, watching Han stumble to Dr. On every time he tries to handle the real Bronze Division fights is one of the most entertaining things about this place.
Good. Boy, that sure was something. I wouldn't have wanted to be me out there, except that I was. But I learned so much from facing you. Next time I should try some of that fancy stuff you do. I'm not exactly sure how you did it, though. You know, that's a good idea. I tend to focus on myself more than others. Perhaps I can learn some new tricks. Thanks for the encouragement. All the contestants know about the guild. They are the real power here. Keep your voice low. I don't know about the guild itself, but around here the man in charge is named Kai Lan the Serpent. He's a powerful magician and incredibly deadly in battle. Retired Imperial champion, in fact. I never have to deal with Kai Lan. I'm not good enough to compete with the big players, so he isn't interested in me. I prefer it that way. I've heard from some of the others that they sometimes ask fighters to throw matches, or work. It may not actually be that bad, but I always advise new fighters to be careful, just in case. It's not that open, but Lucky Cho and Kai Lan don't bother to hide their actions much. I wonder if the rest of the guild appreciates them being that open. As to why the Empire tolerates them, I know of at least one promising fighter who went off to join the Lotus Assassins not too long ago. It was like they recruited him after seeing what he could do here. Maybe there's some arrangement that makes the Lotus Assassins overlook this place.
I'd say that's a big yes, because that's what I'm here for.
I don't pay attention to the Bronze Division. Now go on and... Good.
Okay, let's see what these guys will say.
Look who stands before us, brothers.
Same thing.
You are the unstoppable force that left poor Han a cluttered pile of optimistic wreckage at the side of the arena. I'm sure he will bounce back as fresh as ever, though. He always does.
Okay.
We can tell you to be careful whom you ask about such things. Secrets kept in the open are the most sensitive.
The serpent who dwells in the shadows of this place. Like an air spirit, he is everywhere and yet invisible to the eye.
Brother Sweet puts it well. Kylon the Serpent is the guild's will in this place, powerful enough that only the brave or foolish discuss him at any length. Besides running the most expansive betting operation in the Empire, I speculate that they do much more than that, but we have been smart enough not to find out. We question things in the arena, though. For example, why are we allowed to fight as one body when the rules suggest such a thing should be illegal? The guild cares more for a good show than fair play. Good shows keep the bet money flowing, especially if a favored fighter were to suddenly and surprisingly lose.
I agree. I don't want them around anymore. They scare me.
If you let fear guide your decisions, Brother Boo, you will find that you have walked the coward's path.
Philosophy aside, the Empire certainly could wipe them out. But wouldn't another similar organization appear? Regardless, if something could be done, the Empire would have done it already. Oh yes, we...
Okay, that's it from you guys.
Meh! You deserve it!
Crimson Kana is the champion of this round.
Okay.
Now that you have qualified, I want the very abacuses of heaven to rattle with the name Raging Dragon.
Oh,
So
don't worry.
Something memorable.
The magic abacus, whatever, Zenbu is
The
already
guards
pretty much
rounded up a group of
shaking at my name.
subhuman things around the great southern forest. We're going to release them into the ring in groups for you. Are you ready?
Okay.
Excellent.
I know these things.
These monsters crave the flesh of man.
Storm Dragon! Legendary Strike!
So the Master's down. Well, these guys are a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher. I thought this was going to be groups, not group.
That was a good start to the bronze division. Next, you're going to step into what we call the Pit of Pain. The
Oh, I
arena
hate this
floor
thing.
will be set up. Your job is to stay on your feet for the course of the match while they fling deadly projectiles your way. I'd suggest dodging, but that's just me. Are you ready?
Okay.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
This is going to be fun. Fun, 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 fun. Oh, so
The
fun.
Pit of Pain. Only the quick survive its fiery embrace.
Whoops. Oh, this is worse. This is bad. I did not do this bad last time I played this. Okay. That was horrible. What was I doing wrong? The last time I got hit a couple bit times at the beginning, but then went through almost cleanly.
A test of speed passed with exceptional celery.
Your sudden and polite silence is hurt. I have a message for Raging. Kylon the Serpent has, as promised, been watching you intently. You have impressed him so far, and he is interested to see how you fare in your next match. The Serpent foresees your victory in the next match, and he has backed his prediction with silver. He sincerely hopes that his faith in your skills was not misplaced. That is all.
Huh, well, I'm certain that won't be a problem.
Okay, let me...
Do not be go...
Well, if we are Uksunurk, then we know what the Tasiruk.
Okay, cool.
Well, you'll be a
Looks like you're... I'm sure Kana will fix that once you challenge her for the division championship. Good.
I watched your... Things are a lot more difficult in the bronze round, are they not? I fought everyone who's made it that far. I should know. It's always nice of you to stop...
Look, the new fighter.
Okay.
I want it. What? Ah, yes, your next fight. There's been a bit of... I have word that you're going to be facing a fighter specially chosen from the guild, you see. As soon as you're ready, you'll be facing him instead... I was originally thinking that you'd done well enough to face Crimson Kana for the Bronze Division Championship. Things change when the guild's involved. The guild's the organization that controls... I'm certain it will be... All right. Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Okay, if this next one's what I think it is...
Many you've all seen the fury and the intense focus of Raging Dragon in the
I skipped
ring.
past one of his spiels.
Now,
I'm sorry.
It's time to put these abilities to the test.
Really bad habit.
And so, the servant gives you a real spectacle Have your silver handy to place your wagers. I give you evil and terror incarnate.
I really hate toad demons.
Legendary stroke stop!
Too much focus, yes. Oh, stupid. I used up too much
That was
resources
an
on that.
exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before. No one questions your skills. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Khan. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct... He didn't say. Go, speak with him now.
Ukir kavuvir vofonir ir karalos sakupono. Vosa.
Okay,
Looks like I'm sure Khan.
he doesn't have anything new to say.
I what? Word is that Khan is like... It's all...
Not talking about the demon, so I'm not particularly interested. Where's
From what
Lucky
I know
Joe?
of them, the guild doesn't usually conduct business this
Before you face Kana, I'd like to Fortunately for you, my employee, this is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxican arts. Lin.
I know this one by reputation, and that's enough. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potential.
Not even if it offers Crimson Kana. She believes that the serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that the serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison.
She will be dealt with regard.
When Cho approached me regarding this matter,
If you accept, the guild... You fool! The guild is... If that is your choice, then I strongly advise you not to bring this up to anyone. I hope my point speaks.
This Kana woman would appreciate knowing what you have learned.
Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
what? Magical enhancement?
I don't need 1,000 cut style. It's decent enough. Ooh, 3,000. I have enough for more techniques.
Well, are you here for a treatment or... Of course.
Clear mind purchased. That one's only 2,000.
Well, I can't. Are you here for... Acupuncture is the process of healing the body through the release of its own energies. There are other applications, such as an understanding of the pressure points of the body as well. I release these healing energies through the... Acupuncture is also most ancient science, studied as long as the Empire has... How can you fight in the dark? We learn these things through study and discipline. The nerves of the hand are incredibly sensitive. The eyes can be fooled by something as insubstantial as light. I would not say that losing my sight at a young age was a gift, but I have not let it become a burden either. Be well.
Okay.